With great sadness that for the second consecutive day we have to gather in this fashion in this assembly following a terrorist outrage, and our thoughts and prayers this morning are with the family of Constable Stephen Carroll, so callously murdered last night in the Lismore area of Craigavon. This gallant police officer was gunned down in a cold-blooded attack as he went about the business, along with his colleagues, of protecting and defending the community from criminality in all its forms. His devotion to duty and dedication to the service of the entire community stands in stark contrast to the wickedness and evil of the vile characters who carried out this atrocious deed. Constable Carroll leaves a wife and young family whose grief we can only begin to guess at this morning. We condemn this evil deed unreservedly for the heinous and evil crime that it is. Mr. Speaker, now is the time for the entire community to join as one to defeat those who would drag this province back to the past. And that requires deeds as well as words. Those who murdered in Antrim and Craigavon must be denied any safe haven. Those with information that can help the security forces in apprehending and prosecuting the murderers must provide it. And those in positions of leadership in politics and in the community must give unequivocal support to the Chief Constable as he faces down this threat. Whatever resources, whatever forces are required by the Chief Constable to eliminate this terrorist threat and bring security to all of our people must be provided, and it's the duty of all parties in this House to be clear and forthright in their support for those necessary actions. It is right and proper, Mr. Speaker, that we speak words of revulsion, horror, and yes, anger at what has happened in recent days. That is what all of our people are feeling, and it is right that we reflect that. But those words must be translated into real and meaningful action, and the information given to the police and carried through so that these people can be brought to justice. Now more than ever, the police family and those connected with the security forces need to know that all of us, politicians and the community, stand with them in whatever they need to do to prevent evil people trying to drag us back to the past. That action that needs to be taken must be left to the Chief Constable and to the forces of law and order. There should be no question of anyone taking the law into their own hands. What we're facing clearly is a fight between evil people who want to tear down democracy and those who stand for law and order. In this battle, there is no room on the sidelines for those who refuse to give their full support to the police, the army and the security services. If the terrorist goal is to destabilise Northern Ireland, they will fail. The progress that has been made in this province cannot be taken for granted. The shock of these murders is, of course, all the more telling, coming after a dozen years without security force fatalities. We are being challenged by those who would seek to destroy the very fabric of democracy. And as in the past, when there was a 30-year campaign of terrorism, would seek to impose their warped ideology on the people of Northern Ireland. Let the message go out loud and clear in these dark days that just as they were defeated in the past, so they will be defeated in the days to come.